All right, so we're gonna work with this little horse here and see about carrying a flag off of her. So what we're gonna do to get started is we're gonna treat this just like any regular flag that we would use, like a training flag. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start throwing the flag around her, okay? We wanna make sure that she's comfortable with it on her butt. If it hits it in her inner flanks, I don't want any spot to where the flag might touch her that I don't touch before I get on. So I get where she kind of wants to move that head when that flag comes towards her. Not a problem. We're going to go ahead and come straight over her body. I want her to know that she can control where that flag is going to go, but I also kind of want her to understand it's all right if that flag's there. I don't mind her head going down. Go ahead and desensitize, kind of get her used to this side as well. We want to make sure too that before we go to ride her with a flag or any horse, that we do go ahead and make sure that we have done all of our homework. If we have skipped steps, they're going to start coming out when we start adding in higher level maneuvers and more things for her to do. So this is going to be dependent on your comfort level. I'm comfortable with this little mare, and make sure that she's okay seeing the flag out of both eyes. Go ahead, step up on her. All right, from here, she's kind of looking on this left side. So we're going to go ahead and show it to her here on the left side. But when we get up here, just like anything, I mean, she's used to being ridden, but things are going to be changing from one side to the other, and that can get scary for them when it changes that eye. So we're just going to let it kind of rub over her head. If she wants to put her head down, that's not a problem. Want to go ahead, let her feel it all around with while standing still. If we've got a problem standing still, we'll have a problem when we're moving. But you can see that she's not real worried about the flag, which is good because her end goal is to potentially be a drill team horse, and she'll have to carry a flag and be able to do all of those things. So one thing we don't want to do is just sit here and be still. We want to make sure that we're moving around. So we're going to go ahead and ask her to walk off. So a lot of times when I start, I'm going to go ahead and she's really not paying attention to it, but I am going to turn them into it. Just that way I've got this inside rein shorter and I can continue that circle towards them. If they go out and away from it, I still just kind of, like any scary object, want her to turn and face it. So if she stops anytime that flag comes in and touches her, I don't mind that at all. I'd rather that than her running away. So she kind of had a problem with it when it was kind of leaving her face, kind of touching her. So we're just going to go back and revisit that. So from here, we can kind of start getting a little more contact. I don't want her to get upset when it's touching her butt. So we'll kind of let that come down, make sure it rubs on her butt there. And she's had, again, all the prep work done. She's walked around with tarps on her, things like that, to get those feelings. I don't want any of these feelings to be new when I'm on her. I want them to all be done before I get on her. But you can see her answer is to stop when she is unsure about what's going on, and I'm okay with that. So theoretically, this is not where we're going to carry our flag, but what if we have a flag that it does touch her? And honestly, this preps her for anything in life. What if we're out on the trail and we end up and we've got some stuff that's on her, or what if we're carrying saddlebags, anything like that. So sometimes it's not about the actual, most of the time, it's not about the objects that we're actually working with. It's about teaching them a process and a thought process on how to do things. So again, we're going to turn her just towards that. She's not overly scared about it or anything. We want to keep that attention towards the inside. So when that, I hope you can see, when I brought that up by her face, she just wanted to stop. I'm okay with that. She doesn't need to walk through that. She just needs to accept that that's coming up near that face. Kind of turn here for that camera. And you can see we're just going in circles, right? Because we're going to give her somewhere to go. I've got her on a shorter rein, right? I don't want a super drooped rein in case I need to help myself correct her, because I am down to one hand. So this mare's been with us for about 30 days. We just want to make sure that what we're doing, she's ready for and she's comfortable with, and that we set her up to be successful. I don't want her ever to learn that she shouldn't trust me. Right there, she kind of wanted to turn into it just a little bit, but then got worried. So we're just go ahead and bring that in. So this mare is doing absolutely great. So we're gonna walk her. Now we're gonna work on changing sides. So we've increased our pressure. So the flag's moving, it's making noise. When she's gonna run drill, what's gonna happen is that flag's gonna be moving and making noise, and other people are gonna have flags that are moving and making noise. So she needs to learn how to handle that whole situation. And again, even if she never does that, this is a great exercise for us to do with these horses, because anything that moves and makes noise and we teach them that it's going to be okay, just trust me, then that builds that confidence with that horse. So she just kind of stopped and I just redirected her. She said, yes, ma'am, I can follow what you're putting down. Okay. So from here, we're just going to play with her, ride her around. We'll want to work on straight lines and all that kind of stuff. But I definitely want this little mare to be comfortable with any of it. Another thing is having that flag up high, because this is where those drill team flags sit. Sometimes they go forward, backwards, right? They like to pop up here. So sometimes I can get it to pop. So just making that noise. Heaven forbid something happens and, we've got flags down on the ground that are dragging. We've drug off this horse already. She's just not even caring. So we want to make sure that we hit all those avenues while we're working with her. Ooh. So nice little mare here. She's coming along really nice for us. Like I said, she's about 30 days with us and just really coming along nice and quiet, relaxed. I'm pretty excited about this little horse. So is her mom. So if you got any questions about kind of transitioning things and getting flags or scary objects or anything like that, just let us know. Don't forget to like and share and comment on the videos. We love to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, just let us know, and we'll be seeing you soon.